am joyful, I am fulfilled. Good morning. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you enjoyed the Frank Zappa. So it's always good to start your service with a little Frank Zappa. It's hot out there today. Makes you want to say thank you for being inside in the air conditioning. So let's go ahead and say that. Everybody say thank you. Ready? 2, 3, 4. Thank you. Now, if possible, can you stand up? And let's say it one more time. Say thank you. Say it again. 3, 4, and thank you. Say it again. 3, 4, thank you. 2 more times. Thank you. Actually, here we go. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful. this joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. This joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Woo! Yes, indeed. Thank you. You may be seated. Oh, I'll tell you what. You may be seated. Yeah. It feels so good. It's been a week, right? It's been a week. How good it is to come to this oasis of peace. You know, to be here and to be together and to know our oneness and to open to the love and connection with each other. This is the place I want to be today. I want to stay here, really. Honestly. Okay, beautiful day. We have a special guest, Reverend Christy Snow, with us today. I know. Oh, you guys are in for a treat. I'm telling you, she's going to give us the message and sing her songs. And as I've been sharing, the song that we sing right before the meditation, I Surrender, it's Christy's song. She's going to be leading it. So Christy has been the spiritual leader of Awakening Spiritual Center in Charlotte since 2018. Yeah, as she started that, she founded that and has been a minister and traveling. She's now letting that go so that she can travel and share her beautiful gifts with more people and do workshops and retreats. And I know there's more back on that table out in the foyer, so make sure you stop by and read more about that. But without further ado, let's light the divine light candle and invite you to be with that sacred element of fire. Be present to that. And I invite you to say our opening invocation together, which is coming up on the screen. There it is. From this place of our heart center, let's breathe into that heart center for a moment. Together, there is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, the good omnipotence. So let's just be with that for a moment. Just open to that awareness of this infinite presence of omnipresent good that is waiting for us to acknowledge it, to accept it, to align ourselves with it, and to say yes to it. And so we say yes today. Yes. And so it is. All right. I surrender. I trust and I know. As I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I surrender. I trust and I know. As I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I fall into the arms of love. Beautiful, thank you. All right, so this is our opportunity to really surrender into the arms of love. So I invite you to take anything on your lap and put it to the side. And just let's go back to that place of connection. That place that we remember who we truly are. Taking a breath together. relaxing the thinking mind, relaxing the body, and sending an invitation, because this presence of peace, this presence of love, this presence of joy is always here within us, just here available, waiting for the slightest invitation. And so we invite that connection with the whole. We invite the remembering that we are beings of light and love. We invite the remembering that we are here to express this love, to express this light, to be the light in the world. And as we commit to practicing on a regular basis, opening, inviting, connecting with this divine presence, it becomes easier and easier to remember, to stay anchored in the awareness of love. And so I invite you now to dive a little more deeply with me into the silence for the next couple of minutes. If you feel your mind drifting, just bring it back to the breath, witnessing your breathing in and out. to deepen your breath. How good it is to know that this presence is here. This presence of infinite love is within us. How blessed we are to know that. How blessed we are to be able to connect in this energy of love together. And as we have connected in this energy of love, of the presence of Spirit, a healing energy has been created right here in this space. A healing vortex. And into this healing light, I invite you to speak the names softly aloud of those who you would feel that they would really benefit by knowing this presence of the divine within them. And we're including in this prayer as well all of the prayer requests in this box. People reaching out, requesting to know who they truly are in one way or another, to know that they're loved, to know that wholeness is available, to know that abundance of good is available, to know that connection with others is available, to know that peace, guidance, wisdom, strength is available. And so we affirm this together, that this awareness is blossoming within them, and they are surrounded by and enfolded in the arms of this loving light. Thank you, Spirit. And so it is. And begin to take a nice deep breath. Begin to bring your awareness back into the room. Begin to stretch your body a little bit. Feel that life energy coming back into your body. When you're ready, open your eyes. Look around at all the faces of the divine, all the beautiful ways that Spirit is expressing. Yeah, look at that. It's pretty terrific. All right, so from this space, we are going to say our vision and mission statements together. So again, let's take a breath from this place of love. Our vision. We envision the divine light awakening in all. Our mission, we center in peace and love. We connect in our hearts with others. We celebrate our journey toward wholeness, and we empower others to experience their spiritual magnificence. And so it is. All right. Christy, come on up.
One presence, one power, active in my life. Never gets old, does it? And so, but when we put the power outside of ourselves, we struggle, don't we? When we forget that. So let's just kind of maybe stay in that meditative energy for a moment. Not really a meditation, but a heart-opening opportunity to remember that you don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to protect yourself from everything and everyone. You just have to remember there's one presence and one power active in my life. God the good, omnipotent, you are safe inside your own skin. Excuse me. I am safe now. I am fine. I am fine. I was so afraid that if just once I slowed down, the world would come crashing to my feet. To keep it all afloat and keep the balls up in the air, the facade I just couldn't see. Now to lay this all to rest in peace, to invest and let the pieces fall where they may. 'Cause I am safe inside myself, looking now to no one else for the answers only I can testify. Safe inside myself, for the first time I have felt that alone or not, I will be alright. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be alright. It took 30 years, but now I see the little girl behind the tears. I reach out for her hand and she takes mine. Now I am complete, I am where I'm supposed to be. I have and am enough, yeah, I'm alright. Sometimes I sing these words to convince myself. I'm told to first pretend until I believe that I am fine. I am fine. I am alright. And I am safe inside myself, looking now to no one else for the answers only I can testify. Safe inside myself, for the first time I have felt that alone or not, I will be alright. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be alright. I cannot be all things to everyone, and what's more, I don't wanna be, no, not perfect in every test, but enough nonetheless. If I know one else for me, and I am safe inside myself, looking now to no one else for the answers only I can testify. Safe inside myself, for the first time I have felt that alone or not, I will be alright. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be alright. I am fine. More than fine. Thank you so much. Thank you. Not only do you have an amazing pastor, but you also have, and I'm sure the drummer is great as well, but can you give a hand to Chris? Wow. He just learned that this morning. I asked if he could join me on everything, and I thought, oh, that means I get there earlier, and I gotta remember my charts, and I was like, no, that's okay. And then I get here, and I was humming, and he's like, and I'm like, so you're one of those folks, all right. By all means, join me. So you'll hear more of us doing things together in a moment. So I became a minister in 2005, January 17th, 2005. I became a minister and served that community for 10 years, Spiritual Living Center of Charlotte. And I loved it so much. And I convinced myself it was my love for my community that was the reason that I got in there on Saturday about midday, and I made sure the bathroom looked good. I made sure the bookstore looked good, spot checked the floors, make sure the cleaners did their job, stuff the bulletins, then I go to do something else. Then I come back and make sure I got everything right. Oh, I didn't straighten the chairs. And I go straight. These lock, don't they? They lock together, but we didn't have those fancy chairs. You know, we had the ones that moved all the time. And so I was making sure that, nope, some people don't like them that close. You know, and I was doing the chairs. And then I get there early on Sunday morning, and I make sure the till was right and for the bookstore person. One of my mentors through the years has been Edwene Gaines. Y'all know Miss Edwene, the goddess of prosperity, who is funny, that woman. And she will call you out. So Miss Edwene was visiting one morning, and I got there, and she was there for the purpose of helping us grow the center and for the purpose of group leadership, you know, help the board. Would you just help my board, help them grow? She gets there and she says, I said, so you want to dive into the board work? And she said, after church, she goes, no, let's do it right now. Have a seat. The service was getting ready to start. And I was like, okay. And she said, what'd you do this morning? And I said, oh, I got here early and I went out through on my list. And she said, well, you have just stole from your people. I said, excuse me? She said, that was somebody's opportunity to connect with their community. And you took it from them. And that other thing you did, that was another person. That was probably 3 people's job where they could have bonded. And you took that, and you said you did stuff yesterday too? That was a whole other team that could have, and I was like, I'm sorry. She said, honey, you got one job. Do y'all know Edwene? She's from Alabama, so she's got a thicker Southern accent than me. It's possible. And she said, honey, you got one job, and that's to pray. Now, you don't have to be a minister to take that advice. You got one job, and that's to pray. And our prayers are every breath. It's not just, you know, many of us were raised different ways and got different ideas around prayer. But hopefully you're getting the idea of how they pray around here, which is knowing that the divine, that one presence, one power is active in my life. God, the good, the omnipotent presence in me, as me, moving through my life. But our prayers are our actions. They're our breath. It's every thought. Every thought is a prayer. Every action is a prayer. Every step is a prayer. You got one job, and that's to pray aright as master teacher. Jesus taught us to pray in my name, he said, the way that he knew his divine sonship to the divine, right? So pray. And by the way, good job to Unity Center of Peace, because like 5 or 6 people were involved in the emails back and forth about this service today. That tells me that Reverend Victoria's not stealing anybody's job. She's given you all that opportunity to connect. The board has given you that opportunity to connect this community. If you're here for the first time, there's a job for you, I promise, because it's a church and there's always going to be a job. But it's not a job. It's an inroad. It's a way to say, I belong to something bigger than myself. And I belong in a community where people can remind me of the truth of my being when I forget. Ooh, I almost got Baptist and said, amen. Woo! Anyway, but it's important, and we need to remember that. I wanted to share that song, Safe, this morning, because it's not from the personality of us. It's not from the how many chairs can I straighten and how many bulletins can I make perfect. It's not from that place that we can tap into that safety, that feeling of living from the inside out. It's from not the personality, but the essence of who we are, that inner presence that is always trying, moving, trying. I say trying because it's wanting to move through us in greater and greater degrees. We are the ones that, as Emerson said, have to get our bloated nothingness out of the way. Okay? So we have that opportunity continuously to open the divine circuits and let the infinite flow through us in greater and greater ways, knowing that God is expressing as my life. This divine presence. When I first came into New Thought, I didn't want to hear the word God. I didn't want to hear the word Jesus. I didn't want to hear any. I'd so been beaten by the book that I was not a fan. And so if you are that way, just, substitute the word life, the word love, the word truth, right? Because it's all one. Now I'm good with it. Now I love the Bible again. Now I love Jesus. It's all good because I see that he was showing us the way, just as Buddha was, all these many saints and sages, showing us the way to remember that life is always and ever coming through us to the degree that we allow it to show up as our life. And so either we believe this or we don't, right? We say we do. Many times we say, oh yeah, I believe that there's a presence and a power active in one presence, power active in my life. God the good, omnipotent. Then why do we complain? Then why do we grasp for control? Why do we resist and protect and project and defend and, right? Ask yourself that the next time you are finding fault in yourself or in everybody else. If I believe that this one power and presence is moving through active as my life, then somehow this too is good and this too is God and there's a blessing in this for me and I demand to see it now, as Emma Curtis Hopkins would say, the beautiful teacher of teachers. So we believe it or we don't. And it's okay. It's not about spiritual guilt here. We're not going to beat ourselves up and flog ourselves for having those moments where we want to complain or we want to feel like, what's the point? We all have those. And if we don't acknowledge that, we slide into that toxic positivity, and that's not what we're about in New Thought. We're about being accountable, though, and saying, you know what, I step back on that. I step back on my commitment to remember the truth of my being and the truth of yours and yours and yours. I was having a conversation with a dear friend one time, and she was not happy with me. And she was telling me off, and we'd been friends for a very long time, my best friend. And she was telling me off. And she hung up on me. And I was like, oh, no, she didn't, right? For about a second, I went to, oh, no, she didn't. Girl, because I can tell you, I could read you some things. And then I went, wait a second. Course in Miracles says, I forgive myself for seeing you as anything less than a child of God. And I just closed my eyes and opened my heart and kept saying, I forgive myself for seeing you as anything less than a beautiful, beloved child of God. And I just went on and added to it, who loves me, respects me, et cetera, and the phone rings. And she said, I'm sorry. That's not who I am or who I want us to be in friendship. Let's work this out. I forgive myself for seeing you as anything less than a beautiful, beloved child of God. Wow, don't we have a growing ground for that right now in our world? So many people reminding us we can do that work. Lots of self-forgiveness. Forgive myself for seeing you and you and you and you. Right? But what if we do? What if we could just really do that and practice it, y'all? What will happen? What is happening? I believe it with every fiber of my being, even though sometimes I have a song that says, sometimes it feels like the whole world's burning down, and sometimes it does. But I believe that what's happening is that this divine perturbation, right, this perturbative structure, that all of the old is getting cleared away and the toxic is getting pulled to the surface so we can go, whoa, want to create something better than that as a collective consciousness? Let's do this. But the way to do it is always letting go of that tight grip that we have on, you have to do it this way. They have to show up this way. No, let that go. Let that go and trust that that one power and presence active in your life is taking care of those details. It's moving ahead in front of you, blessing your ministry. Even if you haven't just been ordained, congratulations, Reverend Pat, now all the rest of you that are on that path. It's blessing your ministry already, because you wouldn't have had that divine idea if there weren't the mechanics for its fulfillment within you already. So whatever it is that you're having this pull towards, that's the spirit within you pulling you forward. Say yes to it. Let the old ways and the old outworn ways of doing things and patterns of belief, let it go. Because otherwise, you will always have opportunities for complaining. You will always have opportunities for feeling like life is falling apart. I remember back in 2009, my life kind of had blown up a little bit. I kind of lit the dynamite myself. But anyway, it was... And I was co-pastoring with my life partner, and I decided we were better as friends. Whoopsie. And so it didn't go well, and for appearance's sake. And anyway, there was a lot of struggle to keep the church together. We did it, though. I think it's one of our greatest accomplishments as ministers to be able to live the teaching in real time in a glass house. But anyway... Woo! But the main point I want to make of that is that there was every evidence that, wow, she has to be crying herself to sleep. This is a rough time. And yet I was coaching people like always. I was smiling. I was doing my concerts like always. I was laughing. I was having a good time with life. And I had this one coaching client come in, and she said, I just have one question. It was right after session, you know. She goes, I have one question. How are you okay? How are you okay right now? Because I see what's going on in your life. And I said, because I live this teaching. I live it. It doesn't mean I don't have hard times. I do. And this has been one of the hardest of my life. And when I live this teaching, it buoys me back up like a pelican diving down and boop, right back up on the water, right? It pops me right back on the top of the water when I can just remember to come back to the principles that I teach, that there's one power and presence active in my life, God the good and omnipotent, and that every face I see is the divine looking back at me, and that every opportunity to move outside my comfort zone, y'all, I'm outside my comfort zone. You see my fancy shoes? I wear black and brown. That's it. And tennis shoes. They're black too. I wear black and brown. These are the best shoes. This friend of mine said, I ordered the wrong size and it's too late to send them back. What size do you wear? I said, 11 women. She said, they're yours. You're welcome. And I was like, oh, thanks. And then I put them on, and I was like, whoa, how many things can I wear these with? This is great. But whether it's your shoes, your routine to work, whatever conversations or the patterns that have held you back, we have these places that we don't want to go outside of because it's comfortable. Man, welcome the discomfort. I'm going to do a song about that this afternoon, about welcoming the discomfort, not tolerating it, not putting up with it, accepting it, welcoming it. Like, woohoo, here we grow. That's what I told my community when I said, I love y'all. Founding this community is one of the best joys of my life, but it does not hold a candle to my 2-year-old. And I'm stepping down from pulpit ministry so I can mainly be at home during the day with my baby while my wife is out selling real estate. And that's joy. And I said, but here we grow. Here we grow. So it's outside those places that are comfortable. It's where we're growing the most, where we can let go and let this unfolding happen. So back to the coaching client, she said, how are you okay? And I said, I live this teaching. And then after she left, I thought, really, how am I okay? How am I? And so I looked on my bookshelf and I was like, oh, Byron Katie, Loving What Is. That was instrumental. Oh, Deepak Chopra, 7 Spiritual Laws. Oh, Ernest Holmes, Myrtle Fillmore. And I started putting all these books around me and literally going, thank you. Thank you. Like they were my teachers in front of me, right? And I was like, namaste. Thank you. And then I realized I had a curriculum, and a class was born out of all this chaos, right? So can we let life just continue to life through us, right? Just continue to grow and bless us as these things that feel challenging? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. I had no idea when I picked the title for today, from gripping, clawing, gripping, to growing, and talked all about surrender. I had forgotten, first of all, that y'all use my song, which I'm so touched and honored by. But I did not know that today's daily word, would you like to hear it? It is all about spiritual surrender. It's natural to have ideas and preferences about how things should be and work toward the results I want. I'm a type A personality. I like that. I'm like, yes, okay, say more. But I can exhaust myself if I attempt to exert control over my life's circumstances. In fact, the more I try, the less control I feel I have. Releasing the illusion of control, I practice spiritual surrender. So much more than giving up, surrendering my efforts and my hopes to the divine within me is an act of empowerment. I would also add it's an act of alignment It's coming back into alignment. It means living my faith that God is in and through all things. It means trusting that there are outcomes better than the ones I have imagined. I surrender to God's peace and perfection within me. I give up trying to control outcomes and relax, welcoming serendipity and ease. Surrender is the way. And it all sounds so great, and you're like, yes, sign me up. I surrender. And then something happens that scares the bejeebies out of you. And we forget to surrender, don't we? That beautiful song that y'all sing every Sunday was born at 5:05 on a Friday. You know how I remember that? Because at 4:55, I told the story before here, but it's been 7 years. I think I can bring it back. Because at 4:55 on a Friday, I received a phone call with some information about some really excruciating pain I was having with my ovaries. It was my OBGYN calling at 4:55 on a Friday saying, please give us a call back at your earliest convenience. When I called back at 5, it went to voicemail. And I went to the shower. And I started to cry. And I let the water wash over me, and I was terrified. I wasn't thinking about surrender. I wasn't thinking about spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer. I was thinking, how long do I have? It scared me. It scared me. And the words with the water started washing over me. I surrender. I trust, and I know that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. Love is holding me. Love is moving through me. Love is healing me if healing needs to happen. Because a healing is just a revealing of the perfection of God already present inside us. And I kept singing it. I don't usually have songs that just internally, spontaneously combust. But that chant just started coming. I just started singing. And that's what I started to sing. I surrender. I surrender. Turned out everything was fine. Pretty sure, I used to work for insurance. I'm pretty sure HIPAA would have allowed them to say, you're good. But no, it's okay. It's okay. I called back on Monday. That's what I got. Good news. You're great. I'm like, but I had that opportunity all weekend to keep coming back to, I surrender. I trust. I surrender. I trust. You see, y'all, I don't know about you, but for those of us who've turned, when I turned 50, all of a sudden I started, and now I'm 57 and I have a 2-year-old. Yes, you can pray for me. But when I started, and then when I had these friends that started passing away, since I was a kid, I've always had friends that were 10, 15 years older than me. My oldest sister is 17 years older than me, so I always had older friends. And even friends my age, I've had some of them pass. And as friends have passed and different life things have happened, you hone in on how precious this life is. And what do I want to do with it? That, what they call the dash, right? What do I want to do with that place between birth and death? And how am I going to live? How am I living? Because how we spend our every moment really is how we're spending our lives. So when you catch yourself giving your energy and literally your life to putting someone outside your heart, to putting yourself outside your heart, to anything that does not cultivate that awareness of the oneness of spirit and bring your purpose forward, you're giving up a piece of that dash. So you may say, well, I'm retired. I don't really have a purpose anymore. Don't ever say that. We all have something pulling us forward as long as we're still here. But are we listening? Are we saying, where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say and to whom every single day we wake up? That's the call. And to figure out what it is that's mine to give and to hone that gift and give it, because we're here to share and to connect. Our wholeness, our holiness blesses the world. Thank you. Namaste. Adopt a niece or something. But they're our reminder, I think, of just how precious life is. Oh man, to see, like, I take my daughter every night, almost. We go over to see the horses and catch the sunsets, what I called it. And then one day she's running and jumping with her arms open at the sky, and I said, "Baby girl, what you doing?" She said, "Catch a sunset, Mama, catch it. Catch a sun, Mama, catch it." I was like, "Oh, that's precious." And my niece Ellie is the same, and she inspired this song, so it's called Milestones. Before the milestones turn to tombstones, let's see what life can bring. Present with every moment, looking for the joy in everything. Living for the ones who can't now, with thank you on my tongue. Before the milestones turn to tombstones, let's find some love for everyone. Living like a kid, yeah, like I used to, where everyone's a friend and everything's new. It's a simple life and a peaceful mind, and what I find is a mighty fine kind of life. A mighty fine kind of life. The choice inside our dash can be so hard to see. Prisoners of our own thoughts, not knowing we are free. Believe in the power that moves you. Design a life you choose, and get yourself out of your own way. You've arrived, you got nothing to prove. Living like a kid, yeah, like I used to, where everyone's a friend and everything's new. It's a simple life and a peaceful mind, and what you'll find is a mighty fine kind of life. Play us something, Chris. It's a simple life and a peaceful mind, and what I find is a mighty fine kind of life. Living like a kid, yeah, like I used to, where everyone's a friend and everything's new. It's a simple life and a peaceful mind, and what I find is a mighty fine kind of life. A mighty fine kind of life. Before the milestones turn to tombstones, let's see what life can bring. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Oh, there was so much there. So much. The dash. Oh, I love that. The dash between birth and death. We're living in that in every moment. Living fully, choosing to live fully, right? Choosing to be present fully here. So I appreciate everybody being here and being open and willing to allow that life energy to move through you and share it with others. Because we're creating this community together. Frank. We're creating it together. And I have to say, I want to do a little shout out and a gratitude for everyone who showed up to help those who were affected by the recent storms. I really know that there are some people that worked tirelessly in the hot sun to help people clear out their houses that were flooded, who showed up, who offered homes to be in, who offered companionship, who offered prayer. Thank you all. This is what community is. This is what we do. We show up for each other. Not only are we supporting each other's spiritual growth, which is a really important aspect of this, but we're supporting each other in every possible way. So thank you, all of you who showed up and really helped those who were in need in this community. Thank you, thank you. And thank you so much for your willingness to give and to support this community financially. And there are ways as we move into the offering right now, there are definitely ways that you can contribute and support this community who is there for you, who is there for the ones you love. There's a code, right, QR code that you can put your phone in and go to the donate page, and Venmo we have, and text. And if you are doing that sort of electronically, you might want to put something into the bowl to feel like that energy, right? It's all about energy. I'm feeling that energy moving into the bowl to share with this community. So we have a blue card here in the seat back that you can put into that. And you go, yeah, I'm doing it. If you are signed up to be a conscious sustainer, which means you are supporting this community on a regular basis, then this is the green card. Or any other way you want to share cash or checks is there. And so I invite you to take whatever way that you are sharing your gifts today, put it in your hand, hold it to your heart as we say our offering together. This is right here. Take a deep breath. Together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. And so it is.
The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. For sharing your energy in that. All right, and thank you all for sharing. Thank you all for sharing. We bless these gifts, these tithes, these offerings, knowing that they bless this community and they go out into the greater community. We also share our gifts every month into the larger community. So we bless it all. We know that it multiplies and comes back to bless the giver. Pressed down, multiplied, and running over. Thank you, Spirit. And so it is. Thank you. And here is the prayer request box. Thank you, Michael, taking it out to the foyer and putting it on the credenza there. If you would like your prayers prayed for during the service and also by the prayer team all month, go ahead and write it out and put it in there. So we want to just welcome anybody who might be here for the first time. Thank you for joining us today. I know there's some friends of Christy here. And if you are here for the first time, there probably was this that was put into your hands. It's a little card to fill out and also a brochure. If you haven't received that, go ahead and raise your hand and the greeter will come by and put that in your hot little hand. And if you are here for the second time, welcome back. We're glad to have you back. And if you have not yet received this packet of information about Unity Center of Peace, then also raise your hand
And the greeters will, we got one over there. Greeters will put that in your hand. It sort of shares more about who we are and how you can participate in this. So thank you for being here. And if you're joining us online, thank you. We see you. We're grateful to have you here. If you found us for the first time today, just say a little hi, I'm here in the chat, and we feel like we are connected. All right, one more thing we want to do is, and absolutely thank the flower angel today. These gorgeous flowers here today are courtesy of Karen Rowe. Thank you, Karen. She has a dedication that says, as I reflect on the many acts of kindness from all of you, I am filled with deep gratitude and could share countless stories of love, laughter, and connection. Just ask, she says. Today, I want to especially recognize Stephanie, who not only welcomed me as her roommate, but also continues to lead with her heart, using her energy, creativity, and compassion to bring the UCP community together when it matters most. She embodies the spirit of giving with grace and wisdom, perfectly reflecting these flowers, beautiful inside and out. Oh. Thank you, Karen. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, Christy.
Rock and roll. Y'all okay?
All right.
How much of life is wasted on the waiting? How much of life is wasted on the waiting? Waiting to be thin, to be rich, to be famous, to be young again. What if right now you believed your life was just right? Then could you let yourself sleep at night? What if right now was perfect? Could you see then that now is your when? What's it gonna be? Don't look at me. Don't you think it's time you set yourself free? Your history's not your best story, so make a new plan and set yourself free. Your ropes are not tied down, you are unbound. Your ropes are not tied down, you are unbound. If you're not where you wanna be, why do you stay? Choose a new way. What's it gonna be? Don't look at me. Don't you think it's time you set yourself free? Your history's not your best story, so make a new plan and set yourself free. Future based on the past doesn't ask anything. Don't have to risk, grow, or change to stay the same. No one's holding you back but you. What do you want? What will you choose? What's it gonna be? Don't look at me. Don't you think it's time you set yourself free? Your history's not your best story, so make a new plan. Your history's not your best story, so make a new plan. And your history's not your best story, so make a new plan and set yourself free. Free to be. Free to be. Free to be. Give it up again for Chris. Thank you so much. I just want to say thank you for having me here today, and thank you to the folks that put forth the effort to give us some food, so you have no reason to leave, and you're going to stay here and let me sing to you some more, because I have lots more songs I want to sing. And if you, also, I want to let you know that I have CDs out there, and I have these little USB drives, so you can literally get like, I think it's 11 albums on one little USB drive. I have digital download cards, and I have some flyers for an upcoming year-long class that's like 12-day retreats, and another retreat that I'm doing. So ways to stay in touch out there. But thank you so much for letting me come, and hope you'll stick around.
Absolutely. Okay, so her concert is going to begin today at 1. So we are bringing the food in here. So please help yourself to some food. But also you want to get registered. So please see Debbie over here. Raise your hand, and she'll help you. There's a sacred exchange of $20. So you want to make sure that that she receives that. And you can stay and listen to, we just got started, right? I know we just got started. You have so much oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. I see her almost every year. You're at the fall retreat, the Unity Ministers fall retreat. And she is fabulous, just brings the house down every year. So thank you. You want to stay for that. Okay, this is the pick-a-party season, which is our summer and kind of into fall fundraiser, and we're doing a variety of different things. We had a really fun night on Friday that was a movie night with popcorn and movie candy, and we sat here and people brought pillows and blankets, and we really had a good time. The next one that's coming up is the French Evening Under the Stars with Maria Kavanaugh, and also helping is Teresa Errico and Stephanie Pollard, because this is going to be a big one. This is in the beautiful home of Brandon Maria, and I know she's not here today, but next week when she'll come and share more about that. But they're starting with champagne and cocktails and mocktails and savory nibbles and decadent French buffet and wine and refreshing music and laughter and joie de vivre. Definitely come for the joie de vivre. And also they have a pool, so you definitely have to bring your swimsuit and go swimming. So you want to sign up, the QR code is there, or go to our website, unitychapelhill.org, and register. But you got to be quick. There's only a few seats left, right? This is almost sold out. And then we have more coming up, so continue to check your emails that come out and the website about the future pick-a-parties. All right, so have you been enjoying this amazing art on the wall? This beautiful mosaic back in here and over here. This is Teresa Errico. Would you just stand up for a second and make sure people know who you are? This is our artist here. Just fabulous. We're having a reception for her next week. So she'll share with you her process, how it's fascinating. So you want to come and hear about that, and opportunities. I see some of them have already sold back there, so you want to be quick with that. All right, so that's next Sunday, July 27th, right after the service, and we'll also have snacks and refreshments too. Okay, there's a book study coming up for parents called The Connected Parent, and Maria Kavanaugh is leading that. So if you are a parent, this is a really important book to have, because it says it's a guide that offers compassionate transformation to help shift old patterns, release guilt, and meet our children and ourselves with greater love, patience, and peace. Doesn't that sound good? So that will be several Sunday afternoons in a row beginning next week on the 27th. There's a potluck that happens between the service and the thing. There's childcare is included. So that's available. If you know somebody who is a parent, you might want to share this information, because we are, reaching out to the larger community here. All right, so again, go to unitychapelhill.org for more information. We continue to help those who have been affected by the recent floods, and one other way that we're doing that is Ava's son, our dear Lynn's daughter Ava's son, is her school in Hillsborough was very much affected. In fact, it was the entire lower school. You know about this, Mary, because you live in Hillsborough. Oh my God, 8 feet of water, like everything was destroyed. It's now been pushed back a month so far for having the kids coming back. So we're doing a drive to donate school supplies and cleaning supplies. There's a basket out there and a sign that, thank you, Debbie, for putting that together, that tells you exactly what items are needed. So please take a look at that, or go to the website and take a look at what items are needed, and let's get those kids back to school as soon as possible. Thank you for that. Okay, and Leah, would you come up and talk about the member directory? There you are. Hi. All right, come on up. Speak into the microphone. We got some exciting news about the member directory.
Speak in the microphone very clearly, Chris. Hi, everybody. So I'm pulling the directory together. Thank you for everybody that's sent me your pictures. It's looking great. I'm excited about it. I got about 40 people that have already given me their information. I might send out one more gentle reminder if you want. So we're coming up with we're going to extend it till the end of this month. So send me your stuff and your little blurb, and there's a little form. You click onto the email, I'll send it to you, and it'll take you to a form. You can put all your stuff in there, and then we can hand it out and send it as a PDF also, so you'll have something in your hand at on your desk if you want to go look up a friend. But you also get to find out all kinds of cool stuff about your friends that you might not even know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can connect and do all kinds of fun stuff. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Thank you for putting this together.
absolutely.
This
No
is an
problem.
answer to prayer. This is something that's been asked for many years. We're finally doing it. Aho! Answer to prayer. Aho! All right, Frank, would you like to come up and do an announcement about the men's group? Sure. Okay. That's what it says on my notes here, that you were coming up to do it.
So next.
And if you would just come in, yes, thank you. So we can all hear.
So I'm Frank Manzoni, and next week at the men's group at 9:15, we are going to have a conversation that will center on, sorry, I don't do well with microphones. It will center on God talk. And what I mean by that is we'll be asking questions like, what is your understanding, if any, of the nature of God? What is your understanding of how God is related to the world? What is your understanding of how God interacts with the world, God's providence, and what it means for human beings? And then, and I have not, those are just my extemporaneous comments on it. It's a topic that is one that I find endlessly fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the questions is, who cares? Does it matter how we look at God and God's relation to the world? So that's what our conversation will be on next Sunday.
Sounds fascinating. It's only men, right? Darn. Okay. All right. And also, Frank is leading today the deeper dive discussion, which is happening at 12:30 in the room down the hall and to the right, room 103. And also, we've got something we call 3-minute miracle, which is your opportunity to sit with someone who's been trained in prayer and help them. They help you see the highest possible perspective of whatever it is that's going on in your life. Where is God in that situation? And to help lift up your vibration so that you can see it, so that you can feel it, so that you can experience that. That's the miracle. So that will be happening in the ministry office down the hall and to the left. And it's Mel Karen who is our prayer partner today. And if you are online and you would like to receive prayer, you just go ahead and write an email. It's probably coming up on the screen now. And just put your name and your phone number, and somebody will call you back and pray with you. All right. Are we ready to welcome in the kids?
We are.
Okay. Are there kids
There's
to welcome in?
There's no kids yet to welcome in.
Well, let's sing. Maybe they'll come down.
I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. The health of God, the strength of God, vitality, energy, vim of God. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. One more time. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. The health of God, the strength of God, vitality, energy, vim of God. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am.
Hello, everyone. I'm Laura. Shannon wasn't here today. Shout out to Lynn for helping us out. Today we made affirmation cards to help further our understanding of ourselves and understand others. So we made them for any challenges we have going on in our week, things we want to bring into the week. We made them for babysitters and friends and uncles and ourselves, and it was a beautiful time. So thanks, y'all. Well, Shannon will be back next week, and we're excited.
You, we bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are, and we uphold the highest in you. Mwah. All right. You may go to your family, and now if I could have everybody stand up, we're going to say the prayer of protection with I am statements, and then sing our peace song. There you go. All right. Let's take a deep breath again together from our heart center. Together. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Hi, it's Reverend Victoria here. I'm at Unity Center of Peace with our house band, Bright Matter.
Hello.
Yeah, and if this video has inspired you or empowered you or opened your heart, opened your consciousness, or even just given you hope, we ask that you support what we're doing here by making a donation today, going to unitychapelhill.org or clicking the link below. And we thank you.
Thank
Thank you.